Well, here we have a BSA 350 Gold Star CB32, and this is my first video featuring this machine. I haven't bothered trying to start it or run it or anything since it's been here, because the owner told me that apparently the compression's very poor, which I could confirm just by trying it on the kickstart anyway. And he said occasionally, after a while, the compression would come back for a while and it would perform okay, but then it would go again apparently. So anyway, he asked if I would have a look at the top end, so here we are. And I've already got the head and the barrel off, obviously, and I've got the piston rings off the piston. I'm going to check their gaps in the bore shortly. There's a fair bit of evidence of blowing at the head gasket area, so I'm going to look into that, and that could well be where his compression has been going, for all I know. Like I say, I haven't seen or heard this engine run myself, but I'll also take the valves out and check them and their seating and so on, give the top end a full going over. I've already checked for play in the small and big ends, and everything's fine there. The piston looks pretty clean and recent actually, and the bore appears to be good, but I'll deglaze that and I'll check the ring gaps in the bore, and then hopefully we can see about putting it back together with reseated valves and a new set of base and head gaskets, and possibly get it running in the near future and maybe give it a try. But one other thing I'll be doing to it, I don't know how aggressively this was ridden in its last few miles before it got put off the road, but when I was wheeling it up onto the bike lift, I gave it a good push at the handlebars and got this. That's the whole stanchion slewing, not the clip-on slewing on the stanchion. The whole stanchion is slewing in the yokes, so that could have brought up some exciting moments, I suppose. But anyway, I'll see to that as well before it moves under its own power. But now I've got to go over all the top end bits and pieces, check them, clean them up, etc., and possibly just put it all back together with new gaskets, fingers crossed. Actually, just to add, and worth a mention, at vintage and classic race meetings where we've had our own Royal Enfield machines present, and occasionally sort of had to do hands-on work on site, getting heads off and things, I remember a fellow competitor with a BSA 350 Gold Star had some issues where the head had to come off, and he said, I think I'll just take it home and do it there. And I said, why don't you do it here? You know, thinking on the Enfield it doesn't take very long at all to get a head off an Enfield bullet, but by comparison these Gold Stars are an absolute stinker. And I actually had to I took the dynamo off to give myself more room, and you need, or it helps to have special skinny spanners that might fit between the cylinder barrel fins, and have spanners that have funny angles on them and things like that. And one or two of the nuts that I had to undo were literally sort of a flat at a time. That was the best you could get, and you had to turn the spanner over. So yeah, quite time consuming compared to the Royal Enfield Bullet to get the top end apart, or at least for me, unless I'm perhaps missing something. But hey ho, it's apart now, so we'll deal with everything it needs dealing with and put it all back together quite soon, I hope.